Ladies and gentlemen, Fred Matiang'I is being tamed from United Opposition circles.
Atunafikiri ukiweka picha ya mtu ate kwa social media he can be president. Atunaweka picha the sixth. That cannot make you president. You must go out there and mobilize numbers. And you must inspire the people of Kenya. If they admire you, you must translate that admiration to votes. If they believe in your philosophy, you must convert that belief into votes.
Why is Fred Matiang'I being tamed? As you know, Rigathi Gachagua and the United Opposition as a group have finally come to a conclusion, and they have already formed a lineup ahead of 2022. In that lineup, Fred Matiang'I is neither the presidential candidate nor the running mate position. In fact, rumors has it that Fred Matiang'I has been assigned the position of Prime Minister should the United Opposition form the government. But is that what majority of Kenyans wanted? Especially those who are opposed to the leadership of one William Samoei Ruto. In this video, I'm going to tell you why Fred Matiang'I is not a darling, why Fred Matiang'I is not the choice of the United Opposition presidential bearer. If this is something you are passionate about, then stay in this video till the end. And kindly, if this is the first time here, kindly consider subscribing, turn on the notification bell so that you are notified every time we post a new video. And in this particular video, ladies and gentlemen, nipe like. Kindly consider liking this video. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I told you that Fred Matiang'I, if is not going to make a good political choice, is not going to be a darling, especially among the United Opposition principles. And I gave you last month the reasons, though some of you were abusing me. Mulinitusi, na ninawambia the reality, that is politics. So, why is opposition not keen in Fred Matiang'I presidency? Earlier this year, they actually started giving Fred Matiang'I a project tag that, oh, is a Ruto small in the government, is a project. Why are they telling Fred Matiang'I? Now, even though rumors has it that he has been assigned position in the prime minister seat should the United Opposition take government, that one is just a hot air. It's neither here nor there. The truth is, the United Opposition has agreed as a team that they are not going to work with Fred Matiang'I. And here is the reason. The main reason, ladies and gentlemen, is party. It is now very clear. You know, tulikuwa tuna doubt hapo mbeleni, but it's very clear now that Fred Matiang'I is in Jubilee and is going to vie using Jubilee ticket. In other words, Fred Matiang'I is not keen in forming his own party, so is in Jubilee, which has roots in the mountain. So the party has costed Fred Matiang'I. Now there is the Rigathi Gachagua factor. Ebu niambie, I have just a single question. We have Rigathi Gachagua, who is a key figure in a United Opposition. Among the United Opposition principles, the rock in the corner is none other than Rigathi Gachagua. Ebu niambie, here is Fred Matiang'I using Jubilee as a party. Jubilee is associated with Uhuru Kenyatta, is associated with the mountain. Suppose, ladies and gentlemen, Fred Matiang'I was to be flag bearer among the United Opposition principles. That means his party, Jubilee party, is going to be a dominant party, especially from Mount Kenya. Number one, Rigathi Gachagua want to be Mount Kenya kingpin. Two, Rigathi Gachagua want to have majority of the seats, especially in the mountain. Rigathi Gachagua has his own party, DCP. Rigathi Gachagua is keen in taking majority of elected members, be it MCAs, member of parliament, women reps, senators, and the governors to his side, DCP, so that he can have a strong bargaining power should they form the government, one, or to any other government, be it the government of William Samoei Ruto or any other government, especially from the third force, if they reform a government. So, that United Opposition have agreed to have Matiang'I as a presidential candidate, Matiang'I coming with Jubilee as a political party, Jubilee having its roots from the mountain is going to complicate things completely for Rigathi Gachagua. How is it going to complicate things for one Rigathi Gachagua? We have DCP, we have Jubilee parties, both roots Mount Kenya, roots Mlima. One has a presidential candidate, the other one has no presidential candidate. Nataka uniambie, between the party which has a presidential candidate na party ingine ina support the presidential candidate of another party, ni wapi tu wagombea watakuwa wengi? Ni which party it attract ita attract wagombea wenye wanashinda uchaguzi. Ladies and gentlemen, Jubilee itakuwa dominant party in the mountain. Ita suppress DCP. Hence, majority of elected members of parliament, MCAs, senators, governors, women rep, watakuja kupitia chama cha Jubilee. Na unajua, majority of elected members, majority of elected leaders wakikuja using Jubilee as a party, ndoto ya Rigathi Gachagua itazimwa. Na nani ako key figure in opposition ni Rigathi Gachagua. So, Rigathi Gachagua wamepiga hesabu, mkitaka tupange hii uchaguzi, then Fred Okengo Matiang'i, why can't you come with your own party? Why can't you form your own party? Because ukikuja na Jubilee utanifinya mlimani, na ukikuja basi na Jubilee, wewe tutakuweka at a fair ground, a fair level, such that Jubilee is quite dominant party in the mountain. So utakuwa rais, utakuwa presidential candidate, na hapo that is where Rigathi Gachagua has a problem with Fred Okengo Matiang'i. Angekuja na party yake, then Rigathi Gachagua angekuwa na shida yote na Fred Okengo Matiang'i. That is the main reason why the united opposition led by Rigathi Gachagua are not keen in supporting Fred Okengo Matiang'i or endorsing Fred Okengo Matiang'i or projecting Fred Okengo Matiang'i or fronting Fred Okengo Matiang'i as their presidential flag bearer. That is the main reason. In simple terms, ladies and gentlemen, I'm saying that if Fred Okengo Matiang'i was to enter into united opposition camp with his own party, Gachagua na timu yake hawangekuwa na problem. The problem started when Matiang'i associated himself with Jubilee party ambaye iko na roots kutoka kwa mlima. Kwa mlima kuna two main parties, DCP and Jubilee. If Gachagua was to lay his weight behind Fred Okengo Matiang'i na wampe akwe presidential bearer from the united opposition side, that automatically gives Jubilee to be a dominant party in the mountain. Now, that means DCP will be suppressed. Hence, watakuwa na lower elected seats. Having a low elected number of seats will automatically mean that Rigathi Gachagua atakuwa na weak bargaining power. You understand politics? Kila mtu ako kwa politics, not necessarily kuwin election, not necessarily kuwin presidency. But hata baba alikuwa kwa siasa amekuwa strong, not because probably amewin but hajatangaza mshindi, but amekuwa strong because akona majority of elected member of parliament, akona majority of elected leaders. Yes, in ODM party. That is why anaitwa kwa meza. Watu wote wanaitwa kwa meza. Uko na nini? Nothing. Baba uko na nini? Akona majority of elected leaders. And that is why baba amekuwa like is just the president, even if hajakuwa officially the president. That is why amekuwa treated na respect, hiyo respect yote, because he has a very strong stake. He has a very strong bargaining power. Because of why? Because of the number of elected leaders. So ladies and gentlemen, that is the reason. So I'm asking this question, though I'm going to make comprehensive analysis on the same, but let me ask you a question. What next for Fred Okengo Matiang'i? 2. Is it possible that Fred Okengo Matiang'i is Ruto's project? Or is it possible that somebody somewhere is trying to mislead one Fred Okengo Matiang'i? What was wrong with Fred, if indeed Fred Okengo Matiang'i was keen in eyeing the presidency? Ni nini ilikuwa inamshika asform his own party? Kama indeed alikuwa anataka presidency. Na pia the last question, will Matiang'i, without the opposition principles, without the united opposition, outside the united opposition, will Matiang'i make it? Akienda peke yake anaweza make it, anaweza win election? Ladies and gentlemen, probably you have a divergent views. Let me know in the comment section below. But as we speak, Fred Okengo Matiang'i might pull out of united opposition. So the question is, what next for Fred Okengo Matiang'i? Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Hesie. See you in the next video.